They say that nobody will love you like your mama. Your boy QCP mama just stepped in and she just said something just ain't right. This your boy DEESLIMDAOG. We back with another video. But your boy QCP mama, man, she made a bold statement, I believe it was yesterday, and she was saying that something ain't right about this situation with her son. She was like, he ain't an angel and he is a Billy Badass, but something just don't sound right, man, about the whole incident, yo. She was like, ever since, P signed that, sold that company or he got on, that something just ain't right, man. And she said she don't really trust the music industry, yo. That she pretty much think they foul and there was some foul play, was going on with her son P. And she also stated, man, that witchcraft is behind this. Yes, right, man. She seems like she a spiritual lady, and she was saying that witchcraft is behind this, man, and that she wished that social media would stop saying her son is dead because P still fighting for his life. And I feel her, man. The Bible say that life and death is in the behold of the tongue. You speak life and you shall live. You speak death and you shall certainly die. P mama, man, seemed like she a pretty spiritual lady. She seemed like she a lady with a lot of knowledge and a lot of wisdom. But accordingly, she said her own son P don't try to paint her as the villain, as the bad guy, and that she crazy. What they do that at? Ain't nothing like your mama, bro. I don't give a damn, man, if you don't get along with your mama, if y'all fuss and fight every day. Nobody gonna never love you like your own damn mama. And I could vouch for that because my mama dead. My mama been dead 6 years. And when your mama leave you, no matter how bad y'all used to argue or how bad y'all used to fight, nobody ever be able to replace her. So, P mama is by his bedside right now, allegedly. That she right there going along with P. She fighting the demons. She fighting these demons right along with P, man. She said that's her son and she gonna be there with P until the end. And that's what a mama supposed to do. Gotta understand, man, your old lady might leave you. Your old man might leave you. Your homeboy might leave you and your homegirl. But one thing about mama gonna stay there to the end. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. And I know a lot of y'all, man, can relate to this. If you ever been in the street, you ain't even gotta be in the street. You just don't been through a whole bunch of BS in your life. And people should have gave up on you. And they probably did. But Mom Dukes stuck it out with you to the end, bro. I know some of y'all gonna agree and some of y'all gonna disagree. But P mama was definitely saying that she thinks something is wrong with the whole matter. That she think that, it was some foul play in the matter. That she really believed that somebody done did something to P. That it's some witchcraft, you know what I mean? And that people is wishing death on P. And that's a form of sorcery. When people be wishing bad on you, wishing death on you, you know what I mean? Because when you think about stuff or you say them type of things about people, you basically wishing them type of things on you, man. And she said her and P relationship, they didn't have a good relationship right now. They weren't seeing, you know what I mean, eye to eye. And for a person that's a millionaire, to be beefing with his mama, man, that's rough. That's rough, man, when you got plenty of money. You know what I mean? You could buy anything you want or you could do what you want to. But your relationship with your mama, man, ain't solid. God only gonna give you one mom and one daddy, yo. And regardless of what y'all go through, how bad y'all get into it, can't nobody replace mama and can't nobody replace daddy, man. But she said she gonna stick by P and hope that they can get to the bottom of it. From what looks of it, though, man, P, he seemed like a pretty, solid dude. I don't know if he was suffering with no underlying health issues like high blood pressure or, what he had going on. You know what I mean? But, I've been hearing through this industry that, man, that they will get rid of you, man, when it comes to that money. You know what I mean? When you getting money, man, and they want to get you out the way, ain't no telling, man, what they'll dope you up with, or what they'll put in your food or what they'll put in your weed or your drugs. You know what I mean, to knock you off. And I think that's what P mama, man, scratching her head about. And she seemed like a pretty godly woman. And one thing about life, man, when you believe in God, man, people gonna think you crazy. They gonna think you weird. They gonna think you out of your mind, yo. Nobody gonna really believe in you, but you got discernment. And discernment is the spirit of God, and it's gonna let you know what's good, what's evil, what's right, and what's wrong. And it'll show you things, you know what I mean, that other people might can't relate to, or other people might can't see. And that's why they calling P Mama crazy. You know, P Mama even went as far as say they had her jumped on, they had her incarcerated, all that. So it just made me wonder, man, you know, what's really going on with P, man? Did they poison P? Or it's just bad luck or karma coming back on the big boss, man? Y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Stay solid, stay blessed. And I'm going to catch the real ones on the next video. I'm out.